guys, welcome to Pop 411 Podcast, your weekly podcast for all things nerd culture. I'm Ireland, and this is my fantastic and fabulous co-host.
Carlos, what's up, y'all?
What up, guys? Nice shirt, bro. Where'd you get it? Somebody's got great taste.
Somebody does, right? Yeah.
Might know a thing about video games.
Couple things.
Right? All right. So what are we doing in this one? Torture. It's always torture. You always torture me for
So
sure.
I guess, one of the things that I think has been very out there and, somewhat controversial has been the new Snow White live action movie.
I haven't seen the newest trailers. I saw the first one, the fuckery when it was released, and it's fuckery as far as all the stuff behind it. I haven't seen this one.
I haven't either, so it's going to be really, really interesting to see kind of, based on all the feedback that they've gotten so far,
right?
what this one now looks like. Because I mean,
know
maybe
what?
there's some
Like,
stuff that's changed. Maybe
I
not.
learned to shut my mouth with Sonic when the first Sonic movie came out, and we saw the first designs of actually what Sonic looked like. Heinous.
Yeah.
So studios do take things into consideration sometimes, and it saves things.
Yeah.
So
Well, let's see.
I'm
Let's see
just
what
gonna
happens.
bite my tongue here and see what this one tries.
Let's roll it. Let's go.
Slides.
This was my father's kingdom, a place of fairness. But the Queen changed everything.
Take him away!
Your Majesty,
What did you say?
the people need some kindness.
You know, I really don't remember you being this opinionated.
Ooh. So she plays a villain role really well.
She does really well in the villain role.
Who is the fairest of them all?
And I'm saying she's pretty fair.
She's tall.
And hot.
She's very intimidating.
Yes.
Well, I mean, that's being in the
Look at
military.
you, and I just want to be the fairest of them all.
The queen is evil. You must flee into the woods.
Okay.
March 21st. It's coming soon.
That's what she said.
My parents always said this forest was a magical place.
It's a lot of CG.
Hello?
That is
Anybody here?
I don't. Wait. I'll wait.
It's a human.
What did you think I was?
Nothing. Ghost.
You'll be safe from the queen here.
The Queen stole everything.
I mean,
from all of us.
I want to see a movie with just the queen because she's so badass.
It's time to restore
We've
our
got Maleficent.
kingdom.
But hold on, I'll explain. Some key things here.
Find Snow White.
This is our kingdom, and now we're here to take it back.
You were saying.
I'm sorry, my dear. Did I frighten you?
Give her the apple. Give her the dick. Dun dun. All right.
All right. So first of all, I think everyone for those of you who don't know, when their trademark comes up, when it starts to expire, they have to do a live act. They have to do a different retelling in order to keep that trademark. So they have to do something different than what they already previously had done. So we do know that Snow White came out in 1812 from the Grimm's brothers. It was more of a horror story than it was a fairy tale. But Disney's patents are like close to like 75 years, 50 to 75 years. So when it comes up to something, they have to do a different version of it, which is why you start to see some of the older movies like Cinderella, those sort of things like turning into a live action. You're like, why would they live action that? It's because if they redo it and do it differently, they can still keep the trademark for that.
Sure.
So that's why they're redoing this. To a live action. They did it with Beauty and the Beast. They did it with Cinderella. They tried to do it with The Little Mermaid.
But it seems like they're doing it, but there's a a pretty big twist to the story, I guess, right? Like I think that's the
No, this is the same classic story.
is it?
It says it's the same classic story.
I don't think it is.
Maybe they changed one thing and now there's like one less dwarf, but it's one of those things where they should have not used so much CGI. I mean, that bothers me. I want to know, why does Snow White look like Lord Farquaad?
Yeah, so
Let's be honest.
I think
and
that
why would somebody like Gal Gadot be jealous of Lord Farquaad? I mean, as far as fairest of them all. Like, honey, I love you, but when you have the queen who's 6 foot,
and
Gal
beautiful,
Gadot is
gorgeous.
6 foot. I've met her. I've had plenty of conversations with her. She is scary. One of the loveliest people ever. But I think that she's just nice because she knows she can snap your neck from all the military training. But she's like a giant, right?
Right.
And compared to
Rachel.
Lord Farquaad. And I don't think that this was
Well, I think that's what got me just
Lord Farquaad.
just watching it. I'm like, you have somebody like Gal Gadot who is just, beautiful.
like, it made sense when you had Angelina
Dark.
Jolie as Maleficent.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? To be like, come on, we've seen what she looked like on Tomb
Yeah.
Raider.
But the whole purpose
you
is
know?
the whole idea of the fairy tale is that
Yep.
Snow White is the fairest of them all.
Well, I think so. Disney released their version of Snow White in 1938.
Mhm.
So, I mean, they're coming up to like the 90+ year mark. Like, they had to, because this one, during the time they were allowed to do, I think like 90 years, 100 years or something, but now it's like less. I don't know what it is, but that's why they lost Mickey as like their mascot, Winnie the Pooh. They lost a lot of those, but I think that, they chose not to renew that, like, which is why we're seeing the horror stories of it. But I don't think this was casted well. I don't
Mm.
think this was well thought out.
No, and there's so many people that understand the fairy tale and they've seen. I mean, Disney does a great job of releasing the animated classics over and over and over again from the
Cinderella,
vault.
they didn't change it.
No,
They didn't change
no,
it.
they
They
didn't
didn't
change
make. I mean, it looked. I mean, realistical. You know,
Yeah.
what like it looked, legit.
Yeah.
Like you had Rob Stark. Prince Charming. You had.
And I wish they could have used some, some little people in there to kind of be the dwarves because I think that would have been pretty cool. It's
I
live
mean, it
action.
worked for the hot. Like, you know what
It's
I
pretty
mean?
cool, right?
It worked for Willow. Like,
Yeah.
it worked for Harry Potter. Like, I just don't. There's so much room for opportunity that I feel like they didn't take advantage of.
Yeah. I agree. Are you gonna go watch it?
I'm not going to the theater and watching it. But for me to watch a movie, it takes like a lot to sit down that long to watch
We
it.
should go watch like a matinee. And go watch it and see what happens.
Only if I could dress as Lord Farquaad.
Look,
I can't.
did they do a
man.
mashup? Did they just do a
I
mashup?
can't, like, because she had like the classic, like, flapper hair with the curls and the poof. Like, I mean, 1938. Come on, we're talking about like getting ready for the Great Depression, like that hairstyle.
Yeah.
And then he made her look like Lord Farquaad in this movie. It didn't help too that when they announced the casting for this, there was so much controversy around Rachel to begin with.
Right.
I mean, not that I like that name, but like whatever. But on top of it, like it didn't start off on the right foot.
They didn't. That's unfortunate. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I don't know. I feel like, Marvel was like, with Captain America came out, they were like, oh, we're going to take this $2 million loss. And then I feel like Disney comes right up their ass and was like, hold our beer. We're going to lose $500 million on this one.
It's I think it's one of those things where they've already invested so much in it and they think that there's some benefit, so that they're just, I mean, they've probably already written it off.
Right.
They're just going to put it out there to
lost for
see what
this year.
happens. Yeah.
I just, every time I see this, I literally think of Hank Hill in the background. And he's like, God damn it, Bobby. Because like Bob Iger, CEO of Disney, like I just,
Yeah.
it's just the squirrel part of me who's just like,
Like, what the fuck?
I don't know. There are going to be people, obviously, on the internet who's going to argue and be like, like, okay, cool. You know, whatever. Like, again, as with everything, this is my first jump impression of it. If I'm somehow Rico Suave, Google that, you'll know who that is, into this majestic performance, then so be it. But
I think Gal
I don't know.
Gadot
You
will
know,
give a great performance.
it's really hard because you always see her as Wonder Woman, and she's got that smirk, right?
Yeah.
She just, there's just something about her presence. Like when you
She
meet
has a
her,
huge presence.
well, no, in person, when you meet her, it's just, she's not very muscular. Like, you know, she's toned,
Yeah.
not like muscular mommy,
Right.
but she just has this kind of like, I could eat you if I want to,
Yeah.
like type of to it. And you're just like, okay, all right. I mean, not full villain like Charlize, Theron, but
Charlize Theron.
you know what?
Mhm.
Like,
Mhm.
I think that was casted well.
Yeah.
I think, they could have picked something a little more fair for Snow White. I mean, Lord Farquaad had his moment. I didn't think we need to bring him back. Shrek 5 is coming out already. He didn't need another movie. I don't know.
And on that note, y'all, thank you for tuning in. Really appreciate it.
Don't ask me my opinion.
Fucking amazing. Tune in next time, y'all. We got more for you.
Tis out.
Oh my god.
Oh